Hey guys, Coach Mac here, coming to you from the back porch. Hope everybody is doing well today. This is for my 3rd through 6th graders. I've actually got 2 activities for you guys today to hopefully have a little bit of fun, get a little physical activity at home, and kind of break up some of the monotony that's going on from this quarantine, all right? First one I got, I'm going to give you a little backstory. So some of y'all might remember the fidget spinner craze that was from back in the day. I never got into the fidget spinners. I don't know what they were about. I didn't understand why they were so cool. It just went over my head. But I found, using an old fidget spinner, some pretty fun activity that you can use, and all you're going to need is just one of your old fidget spinners. So I got one of my old fidget spinners right here, all right, and you can see I got a little crafty, and all I did was I just cut out a little triangle of paper and taped it on my fidget spinner to make just a little Wheel of Fortune pointer type wheel, okay? I made, on a piece of paper, all I did was I drew a circle, cut it into 5 pieces, all right? I've got 5 different exercises laid out here on my paper, all right? The cool thing about this is, guys, is you don't have to follow along with these exercises that I'm about to teach you. You can put whatever exercises you want in there. If you want to do something fun, like, you know, one is dribble a basketball a certain amount of times or kick a soccer ball a certain amount of times, anything like that, you guys can do that. You can cater this wheel to you, make it your own so that you have the most fun possible, all right? So I'm going to take my fidget spinner. I'm going to put it right here in the center of my wheel. I'm going to give it a spin. One thing that I learned is that they spin for a really long time, so I just kind of go wham and slap it down to make it stop. And you see my arrow is pointing at 5 push-ups. So that would tell me that I would have to do 5 push-ups. When I'm done with those push-ups, I'd spin it again, do a little wham, hit it again. It's on the line. Spin it again, and we'll say that one was pointing at 5 squats, okay? So you just do that. The cool thing about this is you can give yourself a bunch of different options for how you want to do this. You can do it for a certain amount of time, like 5 minutes or so. You can do where you're just going to do 10 spins and see what you get. There's a lot of different ways to make this your own. Okay, let me talk about these 5 exercises that I have on here right now, just so if you want to follow along with mine, you know exactly what it is I'm looking for. All right, a squat, guys. When you're doing a squat, you basically just want to act like you're sitting in your desk, okay? I like to go with my feet shoulder width apart, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to squat down like I'm sitting down in my chair and stand back up, okay? A lunge is just kind of like a big, long, exaggerated step. I'm just going to take a nice big step. I'm going to make sure my foot is flat, my back knee gently touches, my leg is straight, and I push back up. Here's a Coach Mac tip for you on lunges. When you're doing lunges, make sure you switch legs every time, because the last thing that you want is one nice, big, super strong leg and one skinny little weak chicken leg. It's not good, okay? A sit-up, guys, we'll go ahead and we will lay down on the floor. Our feet will be flat on the ground. We're just gonna sit all the way up, touch the ground, all the way back down. Sit up, all the way back down, okay? An inchworm, you start standing nice and tall, reach all the way down, touch the ground, walk your hands all the way out until you're nice and straight, and then walk your feet slowly back in and stand up. That's one inchworm. Last one, guys, push-ups. Push-ups, we go down into a nice little push-up position. All we do is go down till our body touches the ground, push ourselves all the way up, okay? Those are the 5 exercises I put on my board. All right, for what I wanted to do. Again, you guys can make this your own. Have some fun with it, okay? Second thing I got for you, I got a little fun game for us that hopefully, again, will kind of take some of the stress off of what has been going on recently with our coronavirus quarantine, okay? My family, when I was growing up, were bowlers, believe it or not. And every Wednesday night, they were on a bowling league. And they started when I was about 4 or 5 years old. So I obviously had to go with them while they were bowling. And what my parents did to keep me entertained as they were bowling was they played 3 games a night, and every game they would give me $1 to go down into the arcade. And one of my favorite games that I love to play was skee ball. So I got a little homemade skee ball game set up for you guys here for y'all to have some fun with, okay? You guys can see I've got 3 different targets, okay? 3 different levels of targets. I've got laundry baskets in a row in the back, I've got Lowe's buckets in a row in the middle, and I got one little crate in the front, okay? I'm using bean bags because that's what I have. You can use bean bags if you got them at home. You can use Nerf balls or koosh balls if you got things like that. The cool thing about these at-home activities, though, is we're making it work with what we got. So something that I found that works really, really good, too, if you don't have these, is to take two socks, just fold them in each other, roll them up into a nice little ball. You got a nice, safe, tossable object to toss around your house. All right? So skee ball. So I am going to come, and I'm just going to kind of set myself up kind of right here in between the couch. This is kind of my line that I've got to stand behind, okay? I've got 3 bean bags, so I'm just going to take a toss. I'm going to toss them, see if I can't get them into my targets, okay? Oh yeah, got all 3, okay? Cool thing about this too, guys, is there's a lot of different ways that you can play it. You can play it like regular skee ball, where you give yourself, 8 or 10 balls to throw, and the highest score wins. You can play it kind of like cornhole, where maybe you're trying to be the first to hit a certain score. You can do 21 like regular cornhole, or something even more like that, okay? The cool thing is, you guys can do this, okay? It's a great at-home activity. It's a great thing that you can use with just any of the stuff at home. Obviously, laundry baskets are a great thing to use. Dads, if you got Lowe's or Home Depot buckets lying around. Pots and pans are a great thing to be able to toss into as well. Just make sure you clean them off and disinfect them before you start to use it again, all right? So hopefully these 2 activities, guys, give you a little inspiration to kind of get up, do some physical activity, have some fun, and kind of break up the monotony of this quarantine, guys. All right? See you later.